I'm going to show y'all how I change hot bullet molds. So these two molds here are hot. I just got samples from them. And this one is cool, and it's ready to go on the handles. So what I do is I put my handles in the pot, and I keep my handles good and hot. And then that causes, when you put the handles on the mold sucks the heat out of the handles. And so I can get a good cast within, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds without using a hot plate. So I just stick the handles on the mold, flip, put the pins in, and then tighten them down. I've ground this screwdriver to fit the handle screws, to fit in the holes on the mold for the handle screws, So that way I can keep my mold, or keep my handles hot and change my mold without having to run a hot plate. And a hot plate is great, don't get me wrong. And then so the other thing I do is I put a rubber band on my handles, and then I'll set that in the top of the melt for probably somewhere around 30 seconds. And with hot handles and then preheating the mold like that, a lot of times I'll be at frost temperature for the very first cast. Now, so a lot of people are going to ask, well, why don't you use a hot plate? Well, no reason. I have one right over there on the shelf. This is just kind of the way that it's peaceful for me to do it. And with a hot plate, of course, you end up dealing with molds falling off your hot plate. You have to block up your handles in order to get the molds to stay. And normally I don't have all these extra molds laying here, but I laid them out. I thought it'd make a pretty cool picture. And so, instead of, normally when I cast, what I'll do is I'll actually cast, I'll cast one mold to get samples. And then I'll cast another mold that I need, like a Lee mold or whatever I'm using. But this time I decided to set up and cast 2 or 3, 4, whatever samples. So I laid out all the new molds I have, so that way I could choose and pick which mold I wanted to work with. So this is probably pretty close to hot. Let's give her a try. This is a 311 359. It's coldish. 2 or 3 good casts and it'll be up to temperature. So you can see the sprue when it sucks down in that sprue puddle. It's pulling material from the sprue puddle to fill your bullet out. I'll let that one get too hard while I was talking, see. As soon as it turns to frost, then it's ready to go. And I didn't do anything to this mold to prep it. When I got it, it had a bullet frozen in the cavity, so I assumed there wasn't any oil on it, and I assumed everything was ready to go. And so I figured I'd check. And sometimes I do that, and sometimes I just put every mold through my standard prep. Come on out there. Whoever had it before me liked the sprue plate to be looser than I like them. But everybody does it a little bit different. So I'll make a dozen casts or so and get samples. Come on off there. And then I'll pass this one on. Come on out of there. So now I'll show you. So you might be wondering, well, you know, you showed us how you put the mold on. Well, I'll show you how I get it off. So what I'll do is I'll move my samples, flip the mold over, take out the pins. Don't grab them with your bare fingers, of course. So that's the thing. You know, if you can't remember not to grab and touch, then you're gonna end up, come on. Vibrate out of there, you rascal. So as long as you can remember not to touch a hot mold, you'll be okay. So there you go. I'll pick another one and get samples from something else.